Okay, wow, there is a ton of Bethesda news, all sourced from these leaks associated with Microsoft's ongoing FTC case. They are legit, they are outdated, and they talk about a lot of stuff regarding a whole host of projects, including Dishonored 3 and a new Doom game, but I care, like many of you, only about the Oblivion and Fallout stuff and the Starfield DLC, so that's what I'm going to focus on in this video. Welcome back to Fudge Muppet, my name is Scott, and this is the Zenimax management forecast from 2020, and it has a lot to be excited about. So this was pre-pandemic, pre-purchase of Zenimax and Bethesda by Microsoft, and bear in mind, things change. Obviously, they have Starfield slated for a 2021 release date, and with several delays, Starfield only just released this year. But what is crazy is that they have both an Oblivion remaster and a Fallout 3 remaster slated to follow Starfield, with the Oblivion remaster coming out the year after, and the Fallout 3 remaster coming out 3 years after, and even crazier, Elder Scrolls VI was slated to release in that same year, which adjusted for how the schedule is going right now, would mean 2026, which is crazy to imagine and super exciting. But given what Phil Spencer, CEO of Microsoft Gaming, has said in regards to the Elder Scrolls VI, it will be coming out no sooner than 5+ years away. This would place it at 2028 at the earliest. Now, disclaimer, obviously things can change, especially when a company is bought by another, such as the case here because Zenimax Bethesda was acquired by Microsoft, and worldwide circumstances caused massive shifts in productivity with big delays. Plans like this have to be adaptable. But if we, for the sake of example, keep the scale the same, with the year dates updated, that would mean that sometime next year, an Oblivion remaster would be coming out in the same year that Starfield DLC would be dropping. This would be amazing. Michael and I here at Fudge Muppet began our journey with Bethesda games by playing Oblivion back in 2006. I was like 11 years old, and I even remember reading a gamer magazine with a full spread on an upcoming Shivering Isles DLC. I was so hyped back then, and today I'm still hyped about all things Bethesda. So an Oblivion remaster would be insane, but I am very curious to see what is encompassed within this remaster. There are some rumors and leaks suggesting that it would be using a dual engine approach, with all the physics and gameplay still handled by the original engine, but the graphical side of things being handled by the Unreal Engine 5, which if you haven't seen the videos by Hall00117 on YouTube, where he recreates the Kvatch Oblivion Gate, as well as videos recreating Riverwood and the Western Watchtower of Whiterun, both from Skyrim, then definitely have a look at those, because god damn, it looks so beautiful. And to imagine the visual fidelity of Oblivion looking like this, it would just be insane. An absolute nostalgia fest. Seriously, just watch this video for a moment, soak in the atmosphere, and just imagine. I do get the feeling that this will be mostly a visual update, maybe some updated sound design, maybe some polish and cleanup of some of the animations and clunkiness, but I can't imagine much of an overhaul in terms of world space or quests and such, which brings me to the next thing. At first, I felt really bad for Skyblivion, the long-awaited modding project that is slated to release in 2025. However, Skyblivion is a full overhaul of the game. Not only is its gameplay updated to match Skyrim, it also has actual world building and quest improvement, as well as a whole reimagining of the armors and the weapons, and really it is a remake of Oblivion. So look, my interest hasn't faltered in Skyblivion in the slightest. Those remade cities and beautiful armor sets won't be able to keep me away. And look, I'm gonna be real, Oblivion's leveling system is kinda ass. I'd much rather it be updated, but either way, there is lots to be excited for if the Oblivion remaster is still in the works, and if it was to come out next year. But if it came out the year after, that is also awesome. I'm just keen that it's happening. But also, there is listed, originally slated for 3 years after Starfield, a Fallout 3 remaster, which updated for now, keeping the same timescale, would mean 2026. And I can easily see this happening, if not even sooner. With the Fallout TV show coming real soon, I can imagine Bethesda will be wanting to capitalize on the hype, and having a remaster of Fallout 3 coming alongside the show would be so good for them. Maybe that was the plan, however, worldwide events threw things out of whack. But either way, with the Elder Scrolls VI so far away, if we take Phil Spencer's word of a 5+ year away release, which also puts a Fallout 5 who knows how far in the future, then man, both Elder Scrolls and Fallout IPs both need, I feel, something like these remasters to keep the torch burning until those games are ready. Especially with a Fallout show, please be good, driving hype and attention to the Fallout universe. You can see the uptick in cyberpunk interest as Cyberpunk Edge Runners released, and man, that show got me excited about Cyberpunk again. And I'm really keen to revisit Cyberpunk 2077 with Phantom Liberty and the 2.0 update. It's such a cool universe, but we have got our hands full with Starfield at the moment. And I know there's been rumors of a Fallout 4 Special Edition, but man, if there are Bethesda games in need of a serious facelift, then it is most definitely Fallout 3 and Oblivion. They feel so damn antique these days. Something to remember too is that all these listed projects fall under the Zenimax umbrella, not Bethesda game studios necessarily, so it's entirely possible that these remasters of both Oblivion and Fallout 3 are actually being handled by other studios that Zenimax owns. Not sure if it would pan out that way, but I feel as if it would be important that Bethesda game studios focused on making Elder Scrolls VI and focused on supporting their biggest release to date, Starfield, with more DLC and content. They have their plates stacked. And remember, there is also the crazy possibility of having some kind of Fallout spin-off in the same vein of Fallout New Vegas, with all that Microsoft money, plus I imagine the desire to wanting to capitalize on the ownership of such a powerful IP, and not wanting it to go without a new game for however crazy long it could be until Fallout 5. By the way, there is also a licensed IP game listed in here as well. I'm very curious to see what's going on there. But man, overall, this is just such exciting news for fans that love the Bethesda style of RPG. There's just something so sticky and addictive about these worlds, and they remain popular and beloved for years after release. Honestly, as a big fan of the games Bethesda makes, not you, I am so intensely excited for the years to come. We have become so accustomed to the long, enduring waits between games, and we fans have had to make do. But now, if all the plans are the same but adjusted for delays, then we can expect in the next 6 years a Fallout 3 remaster, an Oblivion remaster, the Skyblivion project, the Beyond Skyrim projects, a Fallout TV show, obviously Starfield, which has just dropped, and we are loving it, plus the DLC and support for that game to come, and that's not even factoring in the amazing modding scene that is going to emerge, especially as the creation kit is released next year, and then of course the long-awaited Elder Scrolls VI. I think finally us Bethesda fans won't feel like we're on an IV drip for years at a time. Honestly, I am just so excited. I don't know what else to say about it other than to just bask in the immensity of all this good news. Sensational times to be alive. I am just going to use this opportunity to thank you guys for all the support the channel has been having, and I am so glad you're enjoying all the new Starfield content. I am having so much fun creating the character and ship builds. It's just so awesome, and the Bounty Hunter is coming in the next few days. We've been working really hard to make sure we have daily uploads for you guys, and we would like to keep it up as long as possible, and the love we are receiving makes it all worth it. Seriously, can't thank you all enough. We will absolutely be covering all things Fallout 3 and Oblivion in terms of remasters, and you can expect us to make videos on release, including builds and guides, and especially some freshly baked Elder Scrolls lore videos in the Unreal 5 engine. All the sick presentation opportunities, all the cinematics we could make, so damn cool. In the meantime, if you are keen and want to revisit Oblivion, Michael made a complete beginner's guide to Oblivion that covers everything you need to know before playing that treasured relic of a game. But with all that said, do be sure to subscribe to the channel for all things Elder Scrolls, Fallout, and Starfield. We have have the trifecta now. Fantasy, post-apocalyptic, and sci-fi. Amazing stuff. Like the video if you are as hyped as we are, and do be sure to check out all our Starfield content that is coming on the daily. Thanks again, and I'll be back to nerd out with you again real soon.